Thanks, Kamlesh. Before I dive in, a quick word about Werner. We work with manufacturers supplying electrical components, automation gear, and safety equipment. But more importantly, we work alongside plant managers and maintenance leads on the day-to-day reality of running a factory. So what I'm going to share comes from the floor, not a white paper. And I think that's critically important to understand, is that these are real-world examples that Werner interacts with daily. Manufacturing is going through one of the biggest shifts I've seen in my career. And it's not just about the technology, it's really about the speed. Companies winning today aren't necessarily the ones with the best machines. They're the ones who can react the fastest when something changes. Just think about the pressures every plant manager faces right now. Energy costs are going up. Finding and keeping skilled workers is harder than ever before. Supply chains are unpredictable. What worked last quarter may not work this quarter. And there's always growing pressure to do AI. But most plants that try a pilot never actually get it running on the floor. So the challenge isn't just technology. It's how do you modernize without stopping the line? How do you build intelligence into your operation when you're already stretched thin? Here's what makes it especially tough for all mid-sized manufacturers. And I see this all of the time, pretty much on a daily basis. You need the same capabilities as a large enterprise: real-time visibility, predictive maintenance, quality analytics, AI-assisted workflows, but you sure don't have a Fortune 500 budget or a 20-person IT team to make that happen. Your plant floor is a mix of old and new equipment, stuff from the 90s, maybe even older, sitting next to a brand new machine you bought last year. You can't just throw it all away. And because the capital isn't there, and quite frankly, you can't stop long enough to let that happen. We got to keep the widgets flying off the back door. And then there's the people side, your most experienced operators, the ones who know this equipment better than anyone. They're retiring. And all of that knowledge all lives in their heads, not in any system. When they leave, that experience, those sounds, those cues that those experienced operators used goes with them. So you're caught in the middle. You're too big to ignore the problem, and you're too lean to solve it in a way a large enterprise would. Now, here's something that surprises a lot of people when I first raise it. The problem on most plant floors today isn't a lack of data. You probably already have more data than you know what to do with. You've got PLCs, talking to your machines, SCADA systems, monitoring operations. You have historians that are storing years of process data. Remember data lakes, anybody? ME is tracking production, ERP is running the business, and you've invested in all that. And yet, despite it all, the insights you need aren't showing up when you need them. Why is that? Because every one of those systems is in its own silo. The PLC doesn't talk to MES. The historian doesn't connect to the ERP. So when something goes wrong, your team has to manually pull data from 3 different systems, build a spreadsheet, and try to figure out what happened, often hours or days after the fact. I refer to this as the invisible ceiling. You can see the data out there, whether it's on a spreadsheet, piece of paper, wherever it happens to be. You just don't have it all pulled together enough to get a clear answer. Let me put it another way. Every plant I walk into is chasing the same 4 things: better OEE, less downtime, lower scrap, and of course, higher throughput. Those aren't 4 different problems. They're all the same problem. We're just putting them under, we're labeling them differently. They are all really intelligence problems. Your OEE is not low because you don't have the right metrics. It's low because the data that could explain it and fix it is sitting in 3 different systems that don't talk to each other. The plants that's today that are pulling ahead aren't the ones with the most sensors or the most data. They're the ones with the right information, getting to the right person at the right moment. This is what OT-IT integration makes possible, and that's what we're going to explore today.